We have normal opening and normal side motion,
Okay.
and you have a normal joint. It's the muscles that are the problem, and I suspect your bite is off. So we're gonna check your joint position. So if you just let your chin, let your chin just kind of hang, and just let your jaw relax, and look at me if you would. Open slightly. Perfect. So Susan, you can give me your eyeballs again. When you're in this position, your mandible is in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do this at home. You're lying in a dental chair, you could be lying on your bed, you're completely relaxed, your jaw is seated, the jaw joints, the TM joints are fully seated in a socket. And that's where they're supposed to be if you were to just shut your mouth. That's where all your teeth should hit simultaneously with equal pressure. So what I'm going to do is kind of catch you here in this position, and you're real relaxed. And I'm going to use my fingers to do a load test. And basically what I'm going to do is seat these joints into that socket, and there shouldn't be any signs of tenderness up here. So differentiate between my fingers and your joints. So if I come along like that, is that uncomfortable by your ears?
No.
No. And how about now?
No.
No. I wouldn't suspect so, because I don't think you have a TMJ problem. Often people...
Right now, it just, this, because you're playing around with it,
Yeah.
I hurt from here to here.
It's all tight.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's probably because I've been squeezing muscles too.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's going into my eyes now.
Okay.
Kind of spasming a little bit.
I'm going to put some cotton rolls over your back teeth. Open a little and close gently on that, and squeeze on that lightly. That doesn't hurt by your ears, does it?
Mm-mm.
No. Just going to give you a little massage.
Hmm.
I had to massage my muscles to close my mouth.
Lift your chin a little bit and let your jaw relax again. Okay, look at me again. Okay. And relax. Great. So I'm going to hold your jaw here. And I want you to
See, now it does bother me when you push back on it.
Does it hurt?
A little bit.
I think it's probably muscle and not the
Yes,
joint.
because it hurts. Again,
Yeah.
it's going up here that
That's
it hurts.
muscle, yeah. And when I had you bite on those cotton rolls, it didn't hurt your joints?
No.
So,
And even now when you rubbed it just right here,
yeah,
it hurt.
sore.
Yeah, because it's...
Yeah, your muscles have been sore for a long time.
Really worked.
And just let your jaw relax there. Okay. And Susan, I'm going to hold your jaw in a certain place, and I want you to slowly close your mouth when I tell you. And I don't want you to think about biting. I want you to just think about shutting your mouth.
Okay.
And as soon as you feel a tooth touch, I want you to stop,
Okay.
give me a little verbal,
Okay.
and freeze, like
Okay.
the Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
So here we are, and the jaw is real relaxed. And close real slow, and if you feel something touch, keep closing until you feel the slightest touch. Don't try and bite, just try and shut your mouth. And tell me where it touches first, okay? And look at me. You can open. So when I close you in that position, you feel a tooth touch in the upper right.
Right here.
And when you bite on your own, go ahead and bite. You don't feel that tooth, do you? Feels more even.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all hit?
No, I hit here.
Okay.
I know that I do that. And that's
Okay.
why I kind of quit chewing on this side of my mouth for a long time because it always bothered me.
Okay.
And then I had a tooth pulled here. So
Okay.
then I started to eat.
Okay.
So I find myself not chewing as much as I should.
Okay.
I tend to swallow big pieces because I don't want to chew a lot on this side.
Okay.
Which surprised me because it's usually this side that bugs me the most.
Okay.
So does that make any sense?
It does. And if you just bite on your own, just bite down, do you feel like the teeth fit pretty well? Pretty even?
No.
More on the left?
Yes.
And when I closed you, it was hitting on the right.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a difference between when I close you in the design position that I think's best and where you bite on your own, because that's where it kind of feels like you should bite.
Yeah.
So let's try that again. Let your jaw relax again. You're doing great. Okay, and look at me again. So slowly close until you feel that tooth and stop. Tell me when you feel it. Okay. In the right rear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you get a picture of that,
Can you
Mark?
see her opening there?
Yeah. So there's where all the teeth would like to be touching, but there's a tooth in the way. Just remember that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's try this again. Open a little and relax and close till you feel it and say when. Okay, same place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look at me again. Now this time you're going to stay there, and I want you just, when I tell you, just squeeze your teeth together and make your teeth all fit. So there we go. So relax for me.
Oh, that's great.
So let your jaw just kind of slowly close to where you feel it touch and say when. Okay. Now if you notice there's a space there and they don't all fit. So when I ask you to, I want you to squeeze your normal bite. Okay, let's try that again. Open a little and close till you feel it and say when. Okay, now squeeze. Okay, so the jaw moves forward and left. Can you feel that, Susan?
Yes.
Okay, open again and relax and close till you feel it and squeeze. So the jaw moves forward and left. I would say 2 millimeters forward and 2 millimeters left. Okay, I think we can help. I think the big problem is that the jaw is supposed to be seated fully,
Mm-hmm.
all the way up, when you close like this. If there's a tooth in the way,
Mm-hmm.
instead of shutting your mouth closed, you move your jaw somewhere else, like you did, like this, forward and sideways. And to do this is using muscles that don't shut your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
The muscles that shut your mouth do this.
Mm-hmm.
The muscles that move your jaw do that are different muscles. They do this. So if you bite in your bite, because you have a tooth in the way, the tooth in your brain are saying, don't bite there because you'll break that tooth.
Mm-hmm.
So you bite somewhere else.
Okay.
And that's like, instead of letting your arms relax at night when you go to bed, somebody's in there pulling your arm behind your neck, and you're wondering why your shoulder hurts, your arm hurts, and your jaw hurts. So you have this bite that, if we can just get your bite to be the stable, where the joints are seated and all the teeth hit simultaneously,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to get better almost overnight.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to look at a couple other things. So we know the joint isn't seated, but there's other things we look at, and it has to do with how your front teeth separate your back teeth. So bite your normal bite. Bite again. So if you were to just slide forward on your front teeth, just slide forward like you're going to bite thread. It's like edge to edge. That's good. And go back to your bite and slide forward. Okay, stay there. Now, you can look at me. If you were asleep and you went from your bite to this position,
Mm-hmm.
you should feel the front teeth touch and all the back teeth should come apart instantly. So tell me if that's what happens. Go back to your bite and slide forward. Do you feel any back teeth touching?
Mm-mm.
No. And go back to your bite and slide forward. No back teeth are touching.
Mm-mm.
So that's normal. And
Boy, does it ever pull over here.
well, that's muscle. Yeah. Bite down. Bite normal. So this time, Susan, look at me again. I want you to move your jaw to the right toward me. Just slide. That's good. Keep going. Stop. When you move to the right, you should touch on these front fang teeth, these canines,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing else in your mouth should touch. It should be completely apart.
So I can feel it right here.
Back there. Okay, so go back to your bite and slide toward me. And you feel it in the back,
Mm-hmm.
on the back right. Back here.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel it in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So there's interferences in the right rear and lateral excursion.
Okay.
Go ahead and bite down for me. Bite normal. And this time, move left. Stop. You should have contact here and here alone.
I
Okay.
have contact in the other two.
Both sides. Back here.
Yeah.
Back there. So go back to your bite and slide left. Stop. Contact back here.
Mm-hmm.
How about over here?
I don't think so.
No. Okay, you can go back to your bite.
The pain that I'm feeling right now is the pain I feel when I wake up in the middle of the night.
Well, your muscles just can't get any rest. And the reason you don't have it all the time, do you have it all the time?
Mm-mm.
There is a lifestyle aspect to jaw problems.
Mhm.
If you go to bed at night and you've been dealing with your job and different stressors and your husband, you can edit that. If you clench your teeth that night, you're going to have a problem.
Mhm.
If you're on vacation, you're here in Lake Tahoe, you're relaxed, you wake up, you see beautiful mountains, you might not clench.
Okay.
So that's why people say, well, sometimes I have problems and sometimes I don't. So
Mhm.
bite problems are always a function of how much you clench and how long you clench. And we're going to be able to correct your bite probably today.
Okay.
Yeah. Susan's had her bite grounded on, and she felt like that was a real bad thing.
Wow.
And then she had a splint and had her jaw brought forward, and
Yeah.
it seemed to help. But then when her jaw went back, which it's going to go back, your jaw is designed to go where it is right now. If you just open a little, let your jaw hang, open slightly, that's where your jaw belongs, right there. So if
Then my teeth don't fit together at all.
They don't.
correctly.
Right.
No.
and that's all we're going to do for you.
Okay.
Teeth shouldn't have wear on them, so I've noticed some wear. And, I think if the wear is not age appropriate, it's from clenching and grinding.
Mhm.
Teeth don't wear from eating or...
Oh, but I love it when I wake up in the middle of the night because my jaw has totally slid. I've been clenching so hard. Have you ever done that?
I used to, and that's how I got involved with trying to figure out bite problems. So whenever I see tooth wear, I think of a war. There's a war between the muscles and the teeth. And if there's a war between the muscles and the teeth, the muscles always win, and the teeth lose. And that's why patients get discouraged, because they break things. And if the bite's proper, you'll never break things again, unless you had a traumatic event. So there's some broken things in here, but we can fix all that. Excellent. Jay Levy is a dentist that's done a lot of research on TMJ problems, and they're finding out that a human tooth has molecular structures in it that sense compression and shear and bending, and in many ways a human tooth is a sensory organ and it's more sensitive than the human eye. So when you have that interfering tooth, just like if I put a little feather in your eye, how you'd be blinking and trying to protect your eye, the sensory, the molecular structures that sense pressure and shear and force and bending will protect that tooth, send a signal to the brain, tell the brain to do one thing, move the jaw somewhere else. So that means you always have to bite somewhere else. And in a couple minutes, we're going to allow you for the first time in your life to just shut your mouth and not have to move your jaw out of the way of a tooth that's interfering. And when I had this done, I couldn't believe it. It was like someone pulled a thumbtack out of the heel of my shoe that I've been walking around the balls of my feet for a decade, and my teeth were worn down. They were just tiny little nubs, and I was afraid to get them restored because I thought I'd be spitting out glass. And someone corrected my bite, and I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. So let your jaw relax. And we're going to close you down slowly. So close till you feel it and stop. And squeeze tight. Stay there, Wendy. Open again. Relax your jaw. Close till you feel it and stop. Squeeze tight. And open. Open as wide as you can. So you can see where that real shiny spot is on a couple teeth. That's where your wear is coming from.
Can you get closer? Okay. Okay.
So there's the shiny spots.
Hey.
And thank God you haven't broken anything. So you just stay relaxed. And we have a red mark on the top and a black mark on the bottom. Let your jaw relax again.
Oh, Oh, perfect.
Close
If I
till you
go
feel
miss
it.
Go like that, it doesn't matter, okay?
Squeeze tight
Thanks,
Very
Mark, I
forgiving.
might.
and
Very
open.
forgiving.
Open as wide as you can.
You okay there, doctor?
Uh-huh. So where we see the red and the black overlay, well, this is going to be so easy, like fishing in a trout hatchery. So I'm just going to polish a couple things down right here where that tooth's been trying to wear.
Are you okay, doctor? I'm not
Uh-huh.
lying.
Nope. You okay, Susan?
Mm-hmm.
And right here,
You agreed to your mouth being on camera or video?
Maybe
Did you
one.
sign your papers?
I'm just going to smooth and polish this. And no harm, no foul, and a little smoothing. This is pretty exciting because I listened to your story and I thought, boy, it's going to be fun to help you. Relax your jaw. And any dentist could learn this. So there's where your jaw belongs. Now close slowly till you feel it and stop. And tell me where. Where do you feel it?
All over.
All over. Open for me. Relax. Close till you feel it and stop. Say when. Where's it touch first?
Let's do it again.
And open again. I hear that a lot.
I know. Yeah. When it gets
Close till you
close.
feel it.
It's hard to
Say
tell.
when.
Because it's still kind of in the same area.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Not as bad.
Okay.
Definitely not as bad.
Let's close on it and stop when you feel it. Okay, now squeeze. Okay, let's mark that again. Did you see that, Mark?
Mhm.
Open wide.
Thanks, Mark.
And relax.
See, I'll get this paper
Open a
in
little.
there, too.
Let your jaw relax. And close till you feel it. Squeeze. Open a little. Relax. Close till you feel it. Squeeze. And open real wide. So we're going to just polish this down a little. Close a little for me. Open a little. Relax again. Close till you feel it. Open again. Close slowly. Where does it touch first?
And then let's do it one more time.
Pretty different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Close slowly. Squeeze. Almost gone. You feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Open wide. Now, there's lower teeth we can adjust too. So, since we're barely touching these teeth, I'll do a little adjustment on the lower teeth because you've broken those. And we're going to restore these, so this is going to need a new crown, so it's real easy to get in here and restore this. Remove your tongue, if you would. I'm going to just smooth out some of these rough, broken teeth. I'm going to adjust these lower crowns because they're already broken. Kind of round that out. Get rid of these rough spots. Relax your jaw. So here's where the jaw belongs. See how easily it goes to that position? See See that, Susan?
Mm-hmm.
And close till you feel it and stop.
That's different, huh?
How's that
Susan?
feel?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Different. Tap real
Definitely-
hard.
Definitely different.
Tap hard.
Probably never felt
Real
that
hard.
before, huh, Susan?
Okay? Close till you feel it and stop. Where does it hit first?
Well, actually, right here.
That's different, isn't it?
Yes.
And close till you feel it and stop. And squeeze. She's almost edge to edge here, see that?
Yeah.
Open again. Right in the front.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, squeeze.
You hear it.
Lift your chin for me. Let your jaw relax. Where's the touch first?
Here's here.
And squeeze. Mark this, Wendy. Open wide. And relax again. Squeeze. Open again. Relax. Squeeze.
Want me to hold that now? Are you okay?
Turn toward me. There it be, Wendy. See it?
Yeah, yeah.
I need that light, Wendy.
Okay, I'm in your way. Here.
I'm going to
There we
reshape
go.
this a little.
I got it here.
This is the crown we're going to reshape. And this tooth is real worn. We're just going to round it out. In the video, we want to confirm that this is a polishing, sculpting and polishing, and not just grinding. So we round and polish. And you can see all these broken teeth. We're going to basically get that out of our way. Lift your chin. Let your jaw relax.
It is a tough one to get the light in there.
Where's the
and
touch
stretch it.
first? Hard to tell?
Mm-hmm.
When you can't tell, we might be done. Relax your jaw. Open a little. Close till you feel it and stop. Okay.
Somewhere in here.
Okay. And close till you feel it and stop.
Yeah.
And squeeze. Okay. This is good because you're going from side to side. Sometimes it's all on one side, and sometimes it requires going until you get it. And again, relax your jaw. Slide forward, Wendy. And close slowly. And squeeze. Stay there. Open slightly. Close slowly. Squeeze. And pull out. And stay relaxed. Squeeze. Pretty close. Open wide for me, Sue. Need some light there, Wendy, please.
See that again? You okay?
Need some light down here. So you can see Susan's had a lot of things break. And a lot of things built up, and all we're doing is trying to get this just perfect for you. So bite up and down a couple times. Tap real hard. How's that feel?
Right in here.
Okay, tap again. Tap, tap, tap. And where do you feel it hitting? Hard. Where's it touching harder?
It seems like it's even now.
Even. Tap again. Tap real hard. You hear that sound? You hear how loud that sound?
Mm-hmm.
That's the sound of a jaw seated and teeth hitting with the bone seated and the joint in the socket. Tap up and down. Tap hard. Does that feel pretty even to you?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Lift your chin for me. Let me see your eyes. Open slightly. Let your jaw hang. I want you to tell me where it touches first.
In the back.
Which side?
Both.
In the back?
Mhm.
And squeeze. No slide.
No.
Let's mark the back. Open for me. And relax for me. And close slowly. Stay there, Wendy. Open slightly. Close slowly. Squeeze. No slide. Open. Close slowly. Squeeze. No slide. Open as wide as you can. Open beak. Tap again. Tap hard. How's that feel?
Good.
Pretty even?
Yeah. Except right, maybe just right here a little bit.
Okay. The closer you get to having a perfect bite, the more
More
you can
picky I get.
the more you can determine that
It's
little
true,
hair.
Susan.
So
Yeah.
this is good.
You can tell now.
I could have had you do this in the beginning and you wouldn't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Now you're going to tell me what to do.
Because here,
Yeah. Something? Maybe?
it feels different than this side.
Does
This
it-
side feels too high.
Oh, okay. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah,
Open for
Right
me.
there.
Perfect.
So tap, 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 tap. And open. And close and squeeze. And open. You can see how everything's broken in here.
She used to have a lingual bar there.
Yeah.
That bracket is, huh? Yeah.
Let me wipe this off to see if there's a red. We use red paper on top and black on the bottom, and often if I wipe the black off the bottom, that red ink from the top will mark this lower. So tap up and down and open. And there's a little red spot right there.
Sorry.
That's okay. Wow. Very.
Tap again. Better?
Yes.
Okay. Remember we talked about those back teeth aren't supposed to touch?
Mm-hmm.
So now that you're joint seated, we want to make sure that the front teeth separate the back teeth if you slide around on your teeth. So bite your normal bite and give you a mirror. We need you, here, that's a good one. We need you fully educated.
Mm-hmm.
Hold that at a distance, open for
just
me.
slightly.
So bite down. So if you were to slide forward on your front teeth, slide forward like you're going to bite thread.
All the way to the edge.
And go back to your bite and slide forward. The back teeth should all come apart, and they do, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel them touch anywhere during that slide, do you?
Mm-mm.
So go back, slide forward, and back. So that's normal. Now bite down again. So this time if you slide to the right toward me, do you feel any back teeth touching?
Nothing
Mm-mm.
on the left.
Slide to the right. I'm sorry, bite down. Bite normal. Turn this way. Bite normal. Slide to the right toward me. Keep going.
Yes.
Yeah. Mark this, Wendy. Open for me. This is important. So bite down and slide to the right toward me. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Go,
Uh-huh.
go back and slide, bite again, slide back out right, and go back, and slide right, and go back, and open. And bite again, and slide right, and go back, and open. Give me some light there, please. Turn toward me. So I'm going to just hold your tooth and smooth this a little. And smooth that a little. As your teeth were touching right there on the side. Bite down. Slide to the right toward me. Keep going. And open. Open big. And bite. Slide toward me. Do you feel it more in the front now?
Mm-hmm.
Go back to your bite. Slide toward me. Just on the canines, isn't it?
Right here.
That's where it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So even though your canines are flat from being ground, they're still pointed enough that they're working. You feel the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Feel how the back teeth don't touch?
Yes, it slides now.
Mark that again.
That's what would wake up in the middle of the night, and that's what I'd be doing.
Well, there's a big famous study called the Williamson study. Dr. Williamson did a study, and they found out if the back teeth can touch when you move your jaw sideways or forward, your muscle activity is going to be off the charts. So we just don't want your back teeth to touch.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing right now. Open for me. It also keeps you from breaking your back teeth. So bite your normal bite. Slide to the right. Where are you touching? Right in the front?
Just
Yeah.
right here.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's different, isn't it? Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Now bite down.
I didn't know I even had canine guidance anymore.
Well, you do now. Bite down. Bite normal. Slide left. Where do you feel it touching?
It's right here.
Oh, right where your tongue's pointing?
Uh-huh.
I've never seen a sharp tongue yet that points.
People
It's not like a
point with their
Sharpie.
tongues, yeah.
I love it when people point with their
Right
tongue.
here.
Open wide for me.
And the tongue flattens out.
Well, since these teeth are all broken, we have a lot of latitude to reshape them before we fix them. So mark that, Wendy. Bite down and slide left and go back and slide left and back and open. And bite again and slide left. So we want to see the canines only touching. And these are the canines. So you can see it's rubbing up on a back tooth.
Mm-hmm. I can feel it.
Yeah, bite down. So we want these canines to touch and not the back one. So again, we have a lot of latitude to do that because we need to fix these teeth anyhow. And this one's been built up. It was that build-up process that she went through. I'm just reshaping some of these things that have been breaking and will continue to break until we get them out of the way. Go ahead and bite down. So slide left, go back and forth, and open.
Ooh,
Yeah,
there's
that's
that.
okay.
Mhm.
And open.
I know, huh? It gives
And
you
bite
the
again.
chills. I'm gonna squeeze in
And
here.
go back.
Like, you're good.
Keep going and open.
It's actually a slide where she's sitting in a spot that we're gonna find
Look at all this build-up that was bringing
Well,
the bite forward when it really needed to be back.
now.
So we have a porcelain in the way. Bite down, slide left, back and forth, and open. Bite again, back and forth, and open.
How long will it take
Yeah.
for me to feel comfortable with CAB and canine guidance?
10 minutes.
That feels so weird.
That's right.
And your canines are kind of short, so if we build them up and make them pretty again with veneers, you'll have more canine guidance than you'll ever know what to do with.
Wow, Susan,
Bite
yeah.
down for me. Slide left, back and forth, and open. So you can just see why all this is breaking.
Exactly.
So bite again. Slide left, Where are you touching? Up front? Reconstruction is so easy, Mark. It's the easiest thing we do. It's the most profitable, and it's the most rewarding, and it's the most aesthetic. Once we've established the bite, then
I'm
we're
not letting anybody touch me again.
then we're not going to alter that bite. So
Right.
everything we do is going to fit within the design elements that are dictated by your front teeth and your jaw joint. So your back teeth will all be separated because your front teeth will do that and your joint will be seated. And we won't have the front teeth too thick, so you won't feel any pressure up front. And when we're done, you'll be unbreakable and you'll be comfortable.
Okay.
So this is what we start with.
Yeah, so we
Before
basically,
we do anything else.
you get the model right, and then you
Yeah.
work with that model.
But
So
you
how are
should
your
do that
muscles
again.
Because
doing?
usually when I'm going through this process
Yeah.
with somebody and they keep moving my jaw,
Yeah.
by this time I'm in so much pain
Sure.
that all I want to do is get out of the chair.
Yeah.
And it is quite amazing that
Well, I've noticed that you've clenched about 10 times, and you've clenched in the right spot, so your muscles are happy. Isn't that nice?